Penfield resident my entire life. I went to Cobbles, Bay Trail, Penfield High School. My daughter's in 5th grade at Cobbles. She brought home a book from the library, and I will give you the material. It was on display, The Rainbow Parade. Also, there was another book, Not Quite Narwhal, My Sister Sam. These books, mind you, are available to 5-year-olds. And knowing that they're available to kindergartners is just mind-blowing. They're displayed up front, colorful, and of course, children are attracted to colorful things, books, sparkly things. That's why it's in this district's sick agenda to have these books displayed in the manner they are. And this isn't even the worst of them. Penfield was once a school where people wanted to send their kids because of the district, and it surpassed its numbers than any other district, and is now plummeting. Even seeing your numbers tonight, 50% less than that, that's crazy. They're plummeting in every single grade and subject because of the SEL, DEI, and the CRT that is coming down all the way from the superintendent and the minions to pervert the children's minds and confuse them with this garbage. This garbage spreads radicalism and is a failure. I want to know who approves these books. Is it one of you? Is it all of you? Is it the PTA? Who is it? Because don't let the buck pass and tell me you don't know or that everyone needs to feel included here. I'm sick and tired of that rhetoric and the district's woke agenda. In this rainbow parade, you'll see in the picture right here, the man is naked, walking down the street. His butt crack showing and all. This is a children's book. Why is there a naked man, pornographic material being shown to children in elementary school? Here's what the caption reads. Everyone is wearing whatever makes them feel most themselves, even if it means nothing at all. Do you think that's okay? Because it's not. I'm disgusted. I think it's sad that the school district that they don't even allow the movie Home Alone in the school because of the offensive language where the one brother says, I wouldn't let you sleep in my room if you were growing on my... But yet in this is the same school district that will allow this man's naked...
We ask that
to
you
show.
don't use profanity. Thank you.
What kind of people would allow this? Okay, this is profanity. Not my language. This is profanity.
What?
On the same page, 2 men in leather straps, S&M outfits, okay, holding hands. It's not appropriate for children. They should be brought up on abuse charges, whoever
Somewhat grooming.
approves this. Endangering the welfare of a child. New York State Penal Code. I work in court. I'm a court stenographer.
Sorry, your time is up.
Well, guess what? My time is up. I'm going to have this time because I've had more than enough time to see
So
my kid
you
coming
have
home with these
3
books.
So you have 3 minutes.
Okay?
We still have
Well, this
our
book
meeting that we
clearly...
need to
Okay, well, I'm going to say one last thing.
continue.
This book
Okay,
clearly...
sum it up. Thank you.
clearly has the elements of the New York State Penal Code. All of you should be brought up these charges. It's robbing our children of their innocence. Okay? If I were to bring this book and have my kid read this book or say anything about the Bible, she'd be scolded. I'd be getting a letter home.
What a
Your main
mess.
topic is to talk about gender fluidity with these kids and ideology, where they're underperforming and their academics and achievements are down. It's time to get back to education, not indoctrination.
Thank
It's
you.
sinister, okay? So shame on all of you, except for you. You're probably the only good one here.
All right, so we will continue. We are on change order 6A.
You all will be on the news too.
Can I please have a motion and a second that the change orders as described approved?
So
We don't care.
Can I please have a motion and second that the 2025-26 budget goals, guidelines, and factors
Why does it look like she's smiling? What the?
be approved as presented on December 10th, 2024?
So moved.
Second.
See, this is the thing, right? As a mother and as a father, and you are going to find these books in your 5-year-old kid's classroom and they brought it home and you're literally seeing these things with your eyes, and you're going to take it up with the board. Clearly, they don't care. Clearly, they don't care. It's in the agenda to push these things onto children. It's grooming them for them to be homosexual, for them to be bi, for them to be furries, for them to be controlled and to be manipulated into thinking these things are accepted from a young age. That's how you change a generation. You don't change a generation with the older people that already have some standard and values, which those things doesn't exist either way, but just for wordplay, right? You know, they have their standard, they have their value. You can't change that because they're set in it. They understand what's happening to some degree, right? How do you change society? You go for the younger ones, because guess what? These older people, they're going to die out. So how do you change it now? You have to go to the younger ones. Brainwash them from a younger age, especially the ones that are in college. They're ridiculously intellectual, but they're dumb at the same time. It's so crazy to see, right? But you're going to go for the younger kids and you're going to groom them, you know, manipulate their mind at a younger age and get them to accept stuff. So they're going to start doing it in society, and the younger kids that come after them are going to see it and they're going to think it's normal, right? And yet this woman, she's going to come to the board and you know, bring her case to the board. I don't see nothing wrong with bringing your case to the board, right? But clearly, they have no interest in it. Clearly, this black lady here, it seems like she wanted to laugh. And this woman here, she doesn't even care. The DEI, the kids' grades are falling apart. Their education is lacking. But guess what? They want to push gender ideology to these kids and not really teach them education. And this is the plan from the leftists from the beginning, and probably some Democrats. I don't know. Evil people in general. They're just evil, right? You know, they are children of the lies. They want to control your children. They want to manipulate them. They want to get them to be daughters and sons of Satan, the devil, the great deceiver, right? But you as the parent has a decision. It's your kid. And if the school is going to be doing all of these crazy things, why are you sending your kid back to the school, or why are you even complaining? You know, you can bring it up, but still, why are you there complaining and getting upset? It's your responsibility to protect your kid. It's not the teacher's responsibility to protect your kid and teach them the proper things, right? Because it's not their responsibility to make your kid even learn or have a better education. Because, but if the system is not set up for them to have a better education, they won't. So now the responsibility falls on you, the parent, the mom and the dad. But guess what? You're up here fighting for your kid, but do you really love your kid? If you love your kid and you find out this is happening, I don't know if she's still sending that kid to that school, but why is he going back to that school? Why are you complaining and fighting to them? Why are you getting angry at them? The anger is in you. They're not the one making you angry. You already have that anger inside of you. It's just that situation is just highlighting that you have an anger that you need to overcome, and that's why you can't deal with the situation perfectly, right? Because in your right mind, you'd be like, listen, I have a husband, you know, guess what? I'm going to stay home now and teach my kid and take care of my kid. That is actually loving your kid, instead of going to complain to these teacher and these school about they're not teaching your kid. They don't care. It's not their kids. They don't give one buck hooping and holler. They don't care. I'm going to flat out tell you, they don't care. So what are you going to do? You're going to sit here and complain, or you're going to homeschool your kids and make sure your kid is getting a proper education and he's not exposed to all of this crazy gender ideology, pedophilia, homosexual things that are being shown? What are you going to do? and you claim you love your kid. So if you love your kid, why do you still have him in a public school? Why are you not quitting your job, letting go of your ego? But guess what? You love your ego. You want to feel validated. You want to feel like a man because you think because the man make money and come home and he's providing, you think that that feeling will fulfill you. When really you're in hell, you're living in hell. And because you're living in hell, you want your kid to go through hell because you don't love them. You'd rather go throw them in a public school and let these crazy things happen to them rather than let go of your ego when you go to work. They validate you. Oh, you're doing such a good job. And it makes you feel, it gives you this empowerment. It makes you feel, it gives you this egotistic, it comes with strife, it comes with pride, and you build your identity off your job. So it makes you feel like you're on top of the world. And when you go home, you cry. Because you have to go to work every day to get that feeling. And when you go home, you're miserable. Because you're not happy. You're just in hell. And every day you go, they make you feel good. So you judge them and think they're good people. But they're using you and manipulate you because they only tell you good things to make you feel good. So you feel important. So you come to the job every day because you're at home. Oh, my kid doesn't make me feel important. Oh, my husband don't make me feel important. So what? You judge your husband. Oh, you want to be like him. You want to get the validation that he's getting from go work and make money and provide. When God give you a role as a woman to be at home, to be a take care of the home and to nurture the kid and take care of your husband kid until he reach certain age so the husband can provide and raise that kid properly and be an example to that kid so that kid grow up to be strong, independent, and be able to provide for, maybe get a woman to be provide for his family when he's a man now. But guess what? The man is weak. He's subjective to the woman. He's under the woman's spell and control. And the woman have made the devil her God. So guess what? The order it's out of order. So how can the blind lead the blind? What's good is gonna come out of that? What good can come out of that? When you're not in the order of God. You're rebelling against the order of God. Because it's not God, it's not Jesus in man, it's not man over woman. You're all over the place. So you're going to create chaos for that kid. God says, raise those kids and be an example for those kids. Raise those kids so when they grow up, they don't rebel and go on their own way. Like the prodigal son, he grew up, did his thing, and then you end up coming back. But guess what? Women like to be in control. They like to feel validation. They like to push their ego. They like to feel like a man. And the kids, they grow up and they become oppressors of society. They grow up, they oppress the people, they become oppressors of society because they're ruled over by their mothers, spiritually. Because the mother raised them and the mother imposed on them and they become like their mother. They take on the spirit that their mother has. And they grow up to be crazy. They grew up to be in their imagination, in their thoughts, and bring hell on earth, just like their mother. And the father is so weak, he's just like his mother. Because he hasn't overcome his mother, hate his mother, and he end up in a relationship with his mother, which is his wife, and he can't speak up to her. He become a boy in that relationship, and the wife become the mother. And the cycle continues. That's crazy.